Please be seated.
Hello, Your Honor. This is the case of Flynn versus Ariano.
Thank you, Jerome.
You're
Good
welcome.
day, everyone. Mr. Flynn, you claim that Ms. Ariano has repeatedly cheated on you. Now you state you have no idea if you're the biological father of her son. Today you've brought a witness who is waiting outside of the courtroom whom you say will reveal the real Ms. Ariano when he testifies before the court. Now, Ms. Ariano, you claim that you were highly neglected and felt that Mr. Flynn was not doing his duty as your lover. You admit there are serious doubts regarding your one-year-old son's paternity. Now, Mr. Flynn, I need you to tell me, how exactly did your relationship go downhill?
It started at the very beginning, actually. I think the first incident was a group of text messages that I ended up finding in her phone. It was actually the day of my birthday. I came home from work late one night. A friend of mine came with me, and her phone was going off. I recognized the number, but she had it before as a contact, and now it just showed up as a number, so I'm guessing she deleted the contact. I thought it was suspicious that everything was in Spanish because normally she texts and talks to everybody in English. My friend actually spoke Spanish, so since I didn't, I asked him to translate the text messages for me. Come to find out, she was telling somebody in vivid detail that she was having a wet dream about them, that she wanted to meet them.
What?
Yeah, and the night before this, she was telling me that the dream was about me because she was acting really weird, she was up late, and she just said that she couldn't sleep because she was having these dreams.
Mr. Flynn, I need to know what other evidence you have that Ms. Ariano even cheated.
Here you are, Your
A
Honor.
file folder full. Jerome, can you please hand me that? What is that?
These
Mr.
are
Flynn?
actually a couple of items
Thank
that I
you.
retrieved from her email.
Oh, okay. Ms.
Shocking, right?
Ariano,
Yes.
these are text messages that you received
Yes. You're right.
from
somebody that I was actually talking to.
talking to?
Yes.
I am looking at several naked pictures of a man's private area. Mr. Flynn, I see his face in one of them and it doesn't look like you. Unless at some point you were blind. This ain't you.
Correct.
Ms. Ariano.
I did all that because I have come several times through the last 5 years and talked to him about attention, about spending more time with me, and for him to stop acting up in front of friends. Especially when his friends come around, he pretty much forgets about me or just spending all of the time on his video games.
So you feel like you've been sexually neglected?
Yes, and I'm gonna admit to it. I had 6 accounts online to meet different people. People, either sugar daddies that are older, things like that, so they can honestly give me the attention that he's not giving me.
I don't understand how she feels neglected, Your Honor. I don't have that much time to give to her if I'm working 16-hour days.
Well, so
If I come home from
Miss
a day,
Ariano, you say you had 6 different accounts, and you're obviously getting pictures from people, naked pictures. Have you acted on any of these situations?
I have never had sexual contact with nobody, but I gave
a lie.
somebody oral sex.
that's
once.
sexual contact.
I'm not sure if that's what would get us here in paternity court. I don't think so. However, you're stating that just all of this engagement with other people, you've never had sex with anybody else.
No. Most of the time.
Mr. Flynn, you obviously have another account.
Yeah, I was working with her. We had the same job at a retail store, and one of the coworkers, since we were working together, didn't know we were dating, and I overheard him make a very sexually explicit comment to another coworker about her. I was running late for work one day, about an hour late, and as I'm getting dressed and walking out the door, there's a knock at the door. I open the door, and it's the guy.
Really?
After I'm supposed to have already been at work. So I came in the house, I kind of blew off some steam, and I told her, you deal with this, get rid of this guy, or we're gonna have problems. She walked outside. I don't know what she told them. She was out there for about 5 minutes. About 20 minutes later, when I calmed down and started walking to work, I come downstairs and the guy is hiding in the corner of the stairwell waiting for me to leave.
Hiding?
He wasn't hiding, first of all, and he was coming over because I do sometimes on my free time, I do tattoos and piercings. He knew about it, and I know.
So why did he need to hide if he was just getting a tattoo?
You know, I think, Your Honor, honestly, I think what it is she has a thing for people she works with, because the last incident, the reason that's calling into question why I believe this is my child or not, is she was doing something with another coworker of hers, and we didn't know if she was conceived or not yet. Turns out I found another text message in the middle of the night. Her phone goes off. I look at the phone, and it says, "Hey, princess, what's going on? How come you didn't kiss me last night before you left? Is something wrong?" She denied everything for a couple of weeks, and finally she told me, "Okay, I kissed him."
I
And
didn't deny him for a couple of weeks. I was actually honest to you, and I told you the truth about that.
And then, as I kept pressing, Your Honor, she finally told me that she gave him oral sex.
Okay. But you think it went even beyond that?
I do. I think because
Because when you look at your son...
Your Honor, I'm Puerto Rican. I have dark hair, tan skin. She's Venezuelan. She has dark hair, tan skin. He's light, bright, 2 shades from white, and he's got blonde hair and blue eyes. The guy that she was messing around with was Russian, with blonde hair and blue eyes.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. It's hard for this court to believe, Ms. Ariano, with the kind of conduct you've been engaging in, that you have not taken this to the next level.
I haven't.
6 profiles, naked pictures of men, and you're admitting to kissing and being with other men in a sexual capacity, oral sex?
Around the same time, she had also admitted that she was going to a mutual friend of ours who was a neighbor, and she would go over there intentionally with no bra on, no panties, to see if the guy would make an advance on her. Yeah. The neighbor also has blonde hair and blue eyes.
So you think he could be the father as well?
I don't know. I don't know.
We never
After
had
seeing
any sex or
everything
anything
that she's
like
done,
Ms. Ariano, when do you get in your mind, I'm gonna have no panties on and no bra and go next door to the neighbor?
I was honestly trying to make him jealous. And he
Wait,
pretty
were you
much
trying to
forgets
make
about
him
me.
jealous, or were you trying to have sex with the neighbor?
Honestly, I found him attractive, so I wouldn't mind. I was honestly looking to do something with him. Never happened.
Jerome, can you check that nameplate right here and make sure it still says Judge Lauren Lake or Boo Boo the Fool? Because I don't know how you gonna sit up and tell me that you walking over to men's house with no panties and no bra. You got 6 profiles with sex. You got men up here. I won't even show this picture. Ooh, don't even want to see it. Jerome, you want to see these pictures?
No.
I know you don't. All this going on, and you saying you haven't had sex with anybody?
No, I was honestly just looking for affection. I was looking
It
for
ain't no
somebody-
affection in this.
Yeah,
There's
there
no
is.
affection here.
There is.
affection is when your man works 16 hours a day, comes home and takes you out to dinner, brings you back to...
Did you ever wear no panties and no bra for him?
Yeah, he turned me down. I have got to the point where I even wear costumes for him. And he comes home, he's like, I'm busy or I'm tired, I'm gonna go to sleep. And I'm like, dude, I'm standing right here. Why are you ignoring me?
So let me ask you this, Mr. Flynn, do you love this woman?
I do, but I feel like she's literally destroyed my quality of life. I really do. I feel like I'm alienated from friends who I had who no longer are friends of mine because of situations that she's made. And if I go out and do anything and I don't bring her with me, it's an issue. She feels like I'm neglecting her.
Okay.
I understand that we're in a relationship, we're together as a couple, but we are still 2 individuals and we're both entitled to a social life that is, in my view, appropriate.
All right, so you actually brought a friend
Correct.
here today as your witness.
Yes, I did.
Jerome, can you please escort our witness into the courtroom? Good day, Mr. Meyerson. Thank you for joining us today. So your friend, Mr. Flynn, has been talking about his relationship with Ms. Ariano, and he has some very strong allegations. Do you have any insight into this?
Yes, Your Honor. First of all, I would like to just state, Danny's a really good guy. He's a very good father. He's good to Carla. He's a real stand-up dude. I know for a fact Carla's cheating. I could tell you one situation. I came over to Danny's house. We were watching basketball. We were having a few drinks. Danny actually went to sleep kind of early during the fourth quarter. While I was watching the game, that's when Carla came into the room. She was wearing the see-through negligee, this little blue thong. At first, I didn't really look at her. I didn't think about it. She came and sat next to me. She started asking me all these questions. All right, on top of that, I'd like to state that she's pregnant. Her stomach was showing at this time.
That's a lie because honestly, my stomach didn't show until
Listen,
the
you were
7th
wearing the
month of
purple
pregnancy.
underwear with the blue see-through sequence, little Victoria's Secret thing. Anyways.
I'm just trying
the
to
stuff
figure
I
out,
paid
are
for
you
it.
denying the outfit or are you denying that it happened at all?
It didn't happen at all.
Okay, did you come into the room while he was watching the basketball game? Your husband had fallen asleep
I
and
was
you
sitting
had...
outside because Danny passed out and he invited one of his friends over. I was just being nice instead of being, honestly being rude.
Wait a minute,
And I just sat down
nice,
with
and
him.
again, you don't have on a bra, you
Being
got on...
nice-
I was dressed.
Hold on,
I
hold
wasn't
on.
like that.
Being nice.
Mr. Myerson, I want to hear from you. What happened? What did she do now with this outfit on?
She was just making sexual advances to me. She came real close to me. Then she started going into, have you ever had a sex with a pregnant woman before?
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Wait a minute.
He's
She
not
was
even
telling
my
me
type.
that it was better. She was telling me all the reasons why I should. I felt really uncomfortable, Your Honor. I just left. Jumped off the couch, flew out the door. There was nothing, the following day, I called Danny on the phone. I had to let him know he's my boy. He wasn't really surprised, which I found a shock. It was a shock to me.
All right, I thank you so much for that testimony. You may have a seat,
Your Honor,
Mr.
he's-
Myerson. Just one second, Ms. Ariano. Mr. Flynn, Mr. Myerson just said that you are a good guy and a great father. So does that mean that you have, in fact, stepped up to the plate and been a father to Nikolai?
There's not been a consecutive day, more than one day at a time, where I haven't seen my son
Your
since he's
Honor.
been born.
The baby is...
And you say my son because you do want him to be your son?
I do. I one way or another, regardless of the outcome of the DNA test, he's going to be treated as my son for the rest of his life.
And when you look at him, do you see yourself or do you see the coworker you believe she slept with?
I don't know. I don't know. I see physical traits that are not mine, nor hers. And I don't know, it's important for me for him to be my son if he is, because I didn't have the greatest upbringing. My family life was really kind of horrible. I went on vacation, as a matter of fact, when I was like 15 years old to Miami to visit an uncle of mine. And one of my sisters actually called me while I was down there telling me that my dad was sick and we didn't know how long he had left, so I had to come back. And I see my sister, I'm thinking, okay, we're gonna go see my dad, see what's going on. Two sheriffs pull up beside me, put me in handcuffs, tell me they're taking me to a foster home because my sister has signed over rights to me. My father had Alzheimer's disease, and all 7 of my siblings decided that instead of taking care of him, they were gonna put him in a nursing home.
Oh my goodness.
So I've been on my own since then, and I haven't communicated. I've exiled myself from the rest of my family. I don't talk to any
So
of them.
having a family is very important to you.
Yeah, it's what I was looking forward to in life. I've been trying to
That's a
marry
lie,
her and
because
have a,
my
I've been trying to
family has
marry her
tried
and have
to
a child
make
with
him
her
part of
since
our
the first
family.
2 years of our relationship. She didn't want to get married. She didn't want to have a kid. I understood that. I was patient and waited with her. Now
My
that
family
all of
doesn't
this
even
is
speak to me because I have tried so much to bring him into my family that it got to a point where my family don't want nothing to do with me as long as I'm with him.
your family doesn't respect me to begin with.
Well, but my family is not supposed to make you happy. You're supposed to make yourself part of the family.
You're right, but if I'm in a relationship with you, I'm in it with you, not in a relationship with you and your mother and
I'm in a
father.
relationship with you, now you're friends.
Look, it's way too many people in this relationship. Neighbors, co-workers, It's too much.
I didn't realize all of the things that were going on until after my son was born. So if this is not my son, the only thing I ask is that she change the baby's name because the baby has my father's name.
He knew about what was going on before we had the baby. And honestly, if he had so many doubts, why did he sign the birth certificate? I even have it here.
So you signed the birth certificate, Mr. Flynn,
Yes, Your Honor.
because you believed at that time you were the father.
Because at that time, I didn't know that she was actually cheating on me around the time she conceived.
He knew about it. We had talked about it before it
Like
even
I said,
happened.
Your Honor, we had talked about it, but she had admitted to kissing, and then she had admitted to oral. And who knows what else she's keeping from me? If she's
I
going to
can
just
see
stack
these
one lie
results
on top of another.
truly mean a lot to both of you. So let's get to it. Jerome, the results, please.
There you go, Judge.
These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Flynn versus Ariano, when it comes to the paternity of 1-year-old Nikolai Castorina, Mr. Flynn, you are the father.
I told you it was your kid. I told you.
Jerome, where is she going?
I'm not sure, but would you like me to go bring her back in?
Please.
Okay.
Mr. Flynn, I see a huge relief come over you.
I do have somebody to carry on my dad's name.
Yes.
I'm connected with him. Like I said, one way or the other, he's still going to be treated as my son.
Now, Ms. Ariana, that was dramatic. What was that about?
I'm tired of dealing with all the drama.
You must understand that your conduct, the activities you've been engaging in with coworkers and neighbors, that's not cool.
I understand that.
It's inappropriate, it's disrespectful. Have you deleted your profiles on those sex sites?
Yes.
You know what I see from here? You two do love each other. And my hope is that you decide to work on this relationship. Nikolai is counting on you all, and I'm not going to accept anything less. You understand me? Court is adjourned.
I'm just gonna keep trying to work hard in this relationship and see if we can make it work.
I just feel really overwhelmed emotionally holding on to him because now I know he's a piece of me.